Ray Reynolds here from RaisCredit.com, the voice of credit. Today, let's give you an education, some rules, and some tools. First thing you need to do is get a paper and pen, probably a tablet, so we can write down everything. Don't just take pictures, because all that does is make your cell phone smarter than you, and that's not what we really want to do. The information's been protected for many years, and it's kind of simple. I brought in millions and billions, and I'm having fun helping everybody and helping you, if you write it down. The bottom line is everybody has to do a couple things a little differently. I want you to do it the way I do. I want you to plan on the problems. Literally, I want you to plan on the problems and mistakes, your friends, your family, the bank even say no. Even if today you stub your toe, guess what? If you plan on it, you're going to be ready for it. See it, believe it, go get it. That's my motto. So what do we get to do? Write down safety credit. Write down the line of defense. See, everybody has the ability to go get what they want in this world today, and everybody talks about the American dream. I think most people are full of doo-doo, to be honest with you. So let's go through this and let's tell you the truth. Won't that be fun? See, through my journey, all right, you're going to learn a little bit about me, and then we're going to make your journey with me, and we're going to have more fun at the same time. When I was a little boy, all right, I got to stay with Mrs. Hope. Mrs. Hope, that was she was a she-devil from hell. Understand something. I believe you're stuck here. I really do. I think every one of you are stuck and you can't get past go. Let's see if I can help you that way. So what I had to do every day, pretty simple, from the age of 3 to 9.5, I got to steal and beg off the pier. Because I told you, Mrs. Hope, she was a she-devil from hell. But the reality is that kind of sucked. But you know what I did? I was lucky in another way because God made me smart. I got an IQ off the chart with total recall on most things. So I got the American dream because I could see it, believe and go get it. And I didn't get in my own way. So I'm going to show you some of the goodies I got over the time, from the Lamborghini collections, the Jags, the Mercedes, all the goodies too. I even broke world records too. I like the corporate helicopter. All right, the yachts, the race boats, all the goodies, wouldn't you? You got the ability to listen and learn, but will you follow through? That's the biggest thing you got to realize. So today I want you to write down Ray's rules. That's right. Then I want you to understand you're going to learn the rules and the tools as we go through this overview. As we do this, let's understand something. Every one of us, we fall down like Humpty Dumpty. The reality is we got a choice to get back up again. I always believe that we all fall down, but the problem is you got to get past go because I think some of you are stuck. Some of you gave up. So I want to make sure you don't do that ever again. From my first coma at basically 5.5 to 2009. But again, I basically do it. I see it and I believe it and I go get it every time. I don't let nothing get stuck in my way. So you got the ability to go get the dream if you want to. How you put it back together, it matters so much. Because you know what? You get stuck because you listen to your friends, your family. You listen to everybody with all their opinions. Have they brought millions and billions like me? You might just want to listen to me just a little bit. You see, today the world's readjusting. We got to stay safe and strong. See, no matter if I was stealing or begging as a kid or got to the million, to the billion, and then I got my life destroyed and had to do it again, guess what? I had to settle whatever I was going through. So what we got to do is simple. Remember, today, you got to do your best and let Jesus do the rest. Amen to that. Now, here's the problem with most of you, maybe all of you. You lose your job, you lose your income, you got an emergency, and you need money now. So what do? You run out of time, you run out of money, and you jack up your credit again. Well, the reality is that's kind of silly and dumb. I'll show you an alternative. Usually you bring the pain home in 42 days. So let's understand something. We got to start right out by starting tomorrow morning at 4:30 in the morning. Write it down. Yeah, you might drag your feet a couple days, but you got to get up every day at 4:30 from now on. That's right. You've got to see it, believe, and go get it. You see, you're going to get to know me and get to know us. Me, it's kind of fun. You know, I haven't had a paycheck for 20 years, a couple decades. All right, after bringing in a couple billion the last time, I really didn't need one. What I tried to do is help people for over 43 years, the rules and the tools and how to play with the discipline. So what I want you to do is write down Credit Services Act. Please write it down because some of you today have real bad credit. The other one is you think you have a good score. But you can't get any more, so what good is that to you? If you Google the word the Credit Services Act, it'll take you to the Federal Trade Commission. It'll show you that credit repair is a scam, and they're not even allowed to collect money up front. But they do it every day. They break the rules. If you look at it there, they even refer you to the Credit Repair Organization Act, where it says attorneys can't do credit repair. Even on the radio, it says I can bankrupt you and I can repair you too. I don't like BS, to be honest with you. Today, I'd like you to build a relationship and your dreams with me. I'll help you follow through. I'll give you some tools and rules today, and I'll invite you to my workshop with me. You see, the NACB certified me, the only one on the planet. By the way, that's the National Association of Credit Bureaus of America. It's even signed by Ken Yarble, all right, Security Chief of TRW. Kind of fun. See, what I really like to do is repackage your life. I want to redo your house, your car, your bank account, everything you do. Sorry, I think you do it all wrong anyway. That's just my opinion. Don't take offense. So credit, it saved my life as a kid and as an adult. I like corporate credit. I like personal credit too. But I got to put it in some place. So what do we get to do? Pretty simple. You know what? Every time I hear some dummy saying money for a rainy day, it's like, that's just blah, blah, blah. If you're going to say something, give me some rules and tools or just get out of my way. You see, in my life, it doesn't rain, it always pours. And then I find out I got 10 more problems to deal with that day. So what do you get to do when you need $5,000? You ask your friends, your family, you ask the bank, and they all say no. You ever notice your family wants to keep you down? Now, if you take a $5,000 credit card and you had to max it out, and you had safety credit, and you want to play catch up, not fall down, what happens is the payment is $50 a month. $50 a month. And you could have bought time and not brought the pain home, but the lack of discipline and the lack of knowledge brought it all home to you. So it's like anything else. You see, they say on the system in the world today, the average person wastes or pisses away $140 a week. Is that you? Do you do that? You see, there's 4.3 weeks in a month. That's over $600. So let's understand something. Let's take one of the $50,000 credit cards right here. Could be the Venture or Venture One. Didn't matter to me. What if I had to max it out today? It's $612.26. So that means the money you're wasting every day, all right, you could have bought time, played catch up, not fall down. Heck, you got a pizza today and started a business. Do yourself a favor. Quit wasting money. That's no fun. What did I tell you in the beginning? Plan on the problems. I want you to remember that. Plan on something screwing up today, because it will, 10 times. All right? But safety credit, the line of defense, you can see it, believe it, and go get it every time. So as we do this, let's understand a couple things. Why do you have an SSN? I had one person the other day ask me, what's that mean? Social Security number, SSN. You should know that. It's on applications. So why do you have one? Because you were told to get one to get a job as a teenager. Oh, goody. So then you were like a sheep going, bah. And now when something goes wrong, you're the duck. And every time they sue you, you better damn well duck. You see, the government bonds us each. Every one of us are bonded. We are the collateral of the United States of America Incorporated. I love the USA. I just mastered the rules and the tools and learned how to play at 9.5 years old. Ever since Nixon took the gold standard out, they get to print money 24/7 and go wee all day long. So today I want you to listen. I want you to learn. I want you to have some fun. So let's understand something. All right, please write down SSN. Write it down. You got one of these. That means you're the duck. By the way, you should write down Ray's rules today. You see, here's the problem. You should have $100,000 of credit, 2 of these. If you had 2 of these and something went wrong, even though you can't write off the credit or the interest rate or the card, at least you got some money to buy time. Play catch up, fall down. No, we're going to play catch up, not fall down. And guess what we're going to do? We're going to buy time. There could be a COVID-19. Something could wipe us out. We could jack up our credit, lose our job today. Write down 29%, please. You ever use a credit card past 29%? That's on you. I don't want you to screw this up anymore. You see, if I gave you $100,000 of credit, 2 of these, and you had $100,000 and used 29%, that would give you $71,000 of safety credit. That way, there's a pandemic or something goes wrong, you can buy time. That's called safety credit. You see, most people, like most of you, you took the money and the credit from the family, and then you brought the pain home, and you hurt the family instead. You rolled the dice. Why would anybody in their right mind take money and credit from the family and stuff they can't write off at all when there's so many alternatives? Sounds like the lack of knowledge and stupidity of man and woman. We're not stupid. We just learn how to play the game. There's me at 5.5 years old. I was in a bike accident. They told me I was crippled for life. I'd never walk again. Guess what? I didn't live with that either. And there's me in 2009 in another coma. So there I am again in 2009 in another coma? Are you kidding me? What did we do wrong? What did I do wrong? Nothing. All right, I had swine flu and pneumonia. Oh, there's my corporate yacht, my race boat parked in my backyard. Where do you park yours again? You see, I was the second largest advertiser in Los Angeles for 32 years. I got no BS, but I don't let anything get in my way, and I don't go boo-hoo-hoo anytime at all like some of you. So you got to realize something today. Even though I got in a coma, I got out. I had H1N1. That kind of sucked. But what did I do? I got out of the coma, but I had to walk around with an oxygen tank for 5 weeks. Feel like I was 150 years old. But you know what I did? My family had to eat, bills needed to be paid, so I still walked around. I got back to my credit score to an 820. I popped $1 million of credit again. I don't stay down like some of you, because that would suck. The reality today, you got a choice. You don't get a do-over. You get to live or die. You see, we got a problem today. We got some ding-dongs not wearing a mask today. If I knew I could wear a mask or a bubble around my head before I end up being in a coma and being dead in 2009, I would have put it on my head no matter what. COVID-19 could wipe it all out. For you, I'm going to wear a mask. So the reality is this. If you don't, it's okay. Just kiss grandma and grandpa. Don't worry, they'll be gone in a couple of weeks because you're carrying the virus you didn't know. Do yourself a favor. Wear a damn mask today. Just an opinion. By the way, I've never been comfortable a day in my life. The first time I brought in $100,000 of credit, I was 9.5 years old. It came in the mail, and then they stole it from me anyway. Then I got $1 million at 14.5. Then I got $1 billion at 24, another $1 billion at 26 under corporate structure. Not me. Who would be that silly to do that as a person? So let's understand, I don't want you to be comfortable ever in your life. I want you never to be comfortable. See, comfortable people are lazy. They don't have a dream or a vision like you. So what I want you to do is do what I did this morning, the first thing. When I dropped to my knees at 2:25, I said, thank you, Jesus, for another day. Then I went and I found myself a mirror. I stared at myself for 2 minutes. I've been doing this since I was 2.5 years old. I remember the exact day because I got total recall on most things. So here's what I did today. I looked in the mirror for 2 minutes. I stopped time. Could you imagine that? I want you to try this once, please. I don't want you to comb your teeth or brush your hair. I want you to stop time and look at yourself and put yourself in check. See, here's the problem. Some of you are dragging the past behind you, and you're so busy blaming everybody else but you. Today's the day you're going to step up to the plate. You're going to ask yourself 2 questions. Have I completed everything I need to? The answer is no. Is there more to be done? Always. See, here's the problem with all of you. You go to your friends and your family, you ask them, say, I got an idea, I got a dream. And you just wanted their endorsement. You want to say, that's a great idea, and then to be quiet. But instead, they gave you their opinion, and they brought you down. You went back to the job you hate. Can you do me a favor? Do yourself a favor. Give me 90 days. In 90 days, I'll have you in the right direction to the $1 million dream. I'll even guarantee it. So that means for 90 days, you gotta shut up. Don't tell your friends and family what you're gonna do. We don't want their opinion to hold you back. All we want you to do is when you get to the top and you go through the rules and the tools and start to learn to play, and when they ask you, how'd you do that today? All I want you to say is raisecredit.com. That's all you got to do. See, we're going to chase the money. We're going to chase the dream. We're going to chase the carrot too. I love money. I get to pay my bills. I don't have to eat out of a trash can or beg off the pier. I can pay my bills. I can help people like you. Maybe if you'll follow through. But it'll be up to you. See, this time you're going to have to follow through. You see, we're all getting older, slower. We're not as pretty as we used to be. If you go back to the job you hate, that's okay. Eventually they're going to fire you anyway. Then you're going to drive an Uber and deliver some pizza. Is that your true American dream? It's up to you if that's what you really want to do. You see, for me, it's kind of fun. And it's kind of sad, too. When I was 7.5 years old, being with Mrs. Hope, the she-devil from hell, every Wednesday night they had a poker game. And I'm over in this corner writing my notes. See, my bedroom was actually the pantry next to the garage. And they said something. And I wrote it down. I circled it 10 times. They said a corporation is a legal person. Now, I'm 7.5 years old, don't know what they said. I wanted to figure it out. So I heard my way out if I could figure it out. Next day, I couldn't wait to get to the library next to the Torrance Police Department. I asked the lady, how do I look this up? She says, here's a microfiche, here's a book. I read the book. I got excited. I was looking for a blueprint, the rules, the tools, and instruction manual. I wanted to just follow through and go get it too. I was so disappointed. You know, to this day, there's no rules and tools and blueprint and a map for you unless you read my books and you get stuck with me. I don't care if you say about motivational crap. At the end of the day, it's good. But if they don't give me rules and tools, I think it's a lot of BS. Every book I've read, and I've read thousands of books, they tell me their story, their dream. I gotta feed my family. I need the real truth. How do I go get it, see it, believe it, go get it, and get everybody out of my way? I wrote basically the blueprints and the rules and the tools because they didn't exist. I was just lucky. God gave me an IQ off the chart with total recall on most things. I like having fun. By the way, every one of you heard of Helping Hand Industries. It was set up by a 9.5-year-old kid. It was me. I grew up. You see, I like making money because I like paying my bills. I don't like eating out of a trash can. That kind of sucked. So if you read the directions and you go step by step to goal, you can reach it every time. Putting your life together. How about the instruction manual? You see, I wrote this set of books 30 years ago. Where have you been? This is called the Millionaires Founders Kit. It works better today than it looked back then. So you got a choice today if you want the rules and tools, and that's all you want to do and not play with me. But we got to start with the Bible first. God gave you the tools and the rules to give you if you pay attention today. Now let's look at this one. This is fun. I wrote Winning the Game of Business 43 years ago. See, for me, those grown-ups were mean and nasty. And they're always more crazy or lousy people on the 1st and the 15th. They were stressed out for some reason when I was a kid. I could figure that out. Kind of like some of you stressed out today. You see, here's the thing. I had to write it this way for one reason for me. Everything and every time I play a game, I want to win. See, when you play a game, you want to win, right? So I wrote Winning the Game of Business because I wanted to win every time. Guess what? If you play with me, you will. You got the choice today. Give you some rules, tools today. Get you to my workshop with me. So if all you want is the first 12 books and CDs, there's 1,000 rules and tools there. It's no problem. It's called Millionaires Founders Kit. Oh, the real estate, that's fun for me. I like commercial property. I like apartment complexes and things like that. You see, under corporate structure, we had $841 million of real estate. How was I doing? Trying to hit $1 billion that year, but I found myself in a coma. By the way, I'm the guy that invented Homestead Blocker, UCC one with a chattel mortgage too. I know if you're an expert at real estate, you have no idea what I'm talking about because you're so busy doing onesies and twosies and basically getting through. That's no fun. Now, how about become the bank? Buckets of money, tax balancing too. If you want the 18 books and CDs, it's okay. It's pretty simple. All right, you can get all of those. There's 18 books, 18 CDs in the whole package. It was kind of fun years ago. At the Bonaventure for over 30 years, I had people around the hotel waiting to pick up their books and CDs. I used to sell for $20,000 a shot. Today, the credit hotline wants you to do it for $3,000. But I knocked that out. So today you can get it for $9.99. But why does one of you always keep asking this question? It puts me on the spot. See, this week I was celebrating my son and my daughter's birthday, and I gave it away for $4.99. So yes, I have to honor that to you because you brought it up. So today, if you do it, you can get it for $4.99. But if you don't do it and you let it pass you by, that's on you. You see, the credit hotline, they're out of business today. Most of their employees went home to collect that other extra unemployment check. Now, how we get paid is Zelle, wire, deposit. Take a picture of that page right now. Come on. That way you can play some more. Now, all I'm going to ask you for, again, It's 90 days. Give me 90 days so I can get you in the direction to the $1 million dream. I'll guarantee it, and then you're stuck with me. We'll have some fun. I'll guarantee that. Oh, by the way, it's called credit rebuilding. You see, what we got to do is make you a qualified CFO. Even if you have a good number, that doesn't mean anything. The Rapid Refresh, that's a good program I developed. A couple years ago, I got a vision and a dream, and I came up with Rapid Rescore. It brings up the points up about 200 points. Now, years ago, working with Ken Yarborough, Harold Stokes, I'm the guy that created rapid scoring for your mortgage companies. But Rapid Refresh is a total different thing. I own all the rights today. No one else can offer it but me. So unless you want your points to go up, let me know. Credit Alliance, corporation, setup, book CD and classes. Now you're stuck with me. That'll be fun. Now, if you jack up a credit card past 29%, sorry, that's on you. Listening to the rules and the tools and the discipline follow through. You see, my credit system does 157 points, 85, and I'm not done with these people. That's just this week. 61 more. How about 211? Let's keep going and have more fun. By the way, there's 4 points of income with me. I like real estate. That's one of my favorite things to do. Well, we're going to make millions of dollars. Maybe you want to fix one up. Now, if you want to fix up a house, we got to do one thing. We got to call it a flippity-dippity-do. If you want a duplex, that's okay. Fourplex, happen in an apartment complex too. Now, if you want a franchise, and we can do that as well, all right, we'll get a McDonald's, a Taco Bell, or Wendy's when they got the beef. They seem to stay open through COVID-19. Now, by the way, we can even do profit sharing too. Now, one of the things about me, I'm the one who was setting up all the rich and famous corporations over the years and teaching them how to be millionaires and billionaires. And did you know there's 84 ways to leverage money and credit to $1 million to $1 billion? There's 100,000, there's $1 million. How many you want? It's kind of simple. I like this. I like to play. But I'm only going to teach you 2 or 3 of those because I don't want you to screw it up anyway. So you got some choices today and have some more fun. Now, by the way, every couple of months I do a goal-setting class. Oh, it's my favorite class to do. Why? Because we get to go over things, all right, like Dun & Bradstreet setup, division setup 2. We even go after the cash credit reports and more. By the way, tomorrow's class is at 2:30 in the afternoon. It's $299. Take a picture. There's the Zelle. There's the email you'll say you Zelled for. You'll tell Scott, this is me. I Zelled for this or that. And what will happen is Scott will add you to the class and give you basically the pass to get in. But if you don't get in, that's on you because you've been letting things pass you by anyway. That's tomorrow morning, tomorrow afternoon. By the way, if you don't do it right away, you just missed out. Now, let's look at a Lamborghini, all right, because it's fun. Pay tax or buy a Lamborghini. I love that. It's my favorite car in the whole world. So let's understand something. All right, what does it mean for you? Everybody you see that are rich and famous today, you know what they do? They drive a company car. They write it all off. But not you. You get your paycheck. Oh, you get the leftover. I'm sorry, it's already been taxed to death. Then you pay your bills. Then you pay for a car you should not. And then you steal money and credit from the family. And you roll the dice. And you bring the pain home. Sorry to say, I call that silly and dumb. You got an alternative for this. Now understand something today. If you play with me, I'm going to get you a company car under a tax ID at fleet price. What kind of car you want? Let me know. So as we do this, you're probably using your paycheck. Now, I heard that's called taxable income. And if you're doing that to pay the payment, the gas, registration, insurance, can you yell the word no from now on, please? Because you should be driving a company car and writing it all off. What kind of company car do you want? Let me know. We can have more fun with that. Now, I need you to write down never to bring the pain home again, because I want you to know the rules and the tools how to play that game. Right now, you're just going to say it. Just kind of like that money for a rainy day crap and motivational crap without any rules and tools. What do you get after that? Blah, blah, blah. So guess what we get today? We're going to get some rules and tools, and there's a science behind all this madness. Then we get to play. Now, again, why do you got an SSN? Because you were told to get a job, to be a sheep. Now you're a duck. And what? The government bonds us each. You see, we're the collateral for the United States of America Incorporated. Isn't that fun? You got the ability to understand, since Nixon took the gold standard out, they just keep printing money. Whee! Let's print some more. What do we get to do today? Listen and learn. All right, guess what you got? You only got one SSN. Can you do me a favor? Come on, ladies. Pull it out. It's in your purse next to your feet right now. Gentlemen, it's in your wallet in your pocket. And if you ever read the front and the back of the card, you'd understand it says do not carry with you. It tells you not to laminate. It's not even yours. And it says don't use for ID purposes. So why do you got it? So we can bond you for what? Money. That's how we get to do it. By the way, you need to write down Ray's rules. You got one SSN, one chance not to mess up. You know the Federal Trade Commission says 97% are messed up. Maybe a couple of you. All right? That's kind of silly. You don't have to play that game. But it's up to you if you want to play. You see, here we got to do is write down SS4 times 4. Can you write it down, please? Come on, you've seen an application before. It says SSN, SS4. You tried the SS4 and fell on the floor. It didn't work for you because you didn't have me set it up for you. I'm an affiliate. So that means I can set up credit reports and have more fun. So if you got a corporation or you need one, we don't name it after you because that's called dumb. We don't name it what it does. That's called double dum-dum. And by the way, you got to write down line of defense now. The way I designed it in 1986. So let's understand something today. I want you to have a division for real estate, one for franchise, one for current business. So let's understand something. When it comes to corporate credit, we get to write it all off, including the interest rate and the card and the depreciation value too. So how much credit would you like for the corporation? A couple $1 million? Now, when it comes to you, I already offered this to you on the other side. Let's get you up to $100,000 of credit. You can't write off the credit cards, the interest rate over here, because that should be for safety, to take care of that blah, blah, blah money for a rainy day crap. But over here, guess what we get to do? We get to play. But again, you're going to have to listen and follow through. I don't want you to bring the pain home ever again. By the way, it's called Ray's Rules. All right? SSN, SS4. So let's see, we got an SSN and SS4. Who wants to be the duck? Is it you? You want to be the duck some more? Quack, quack some more? All right, that kind of sucks. Let's get you to here today, and let's get you to the workshop to play. You see, an SSN, that equals a 1040. An SS4, that's an 1122. So guess what you get to do? You get to listen and learn how to play the game. But again, it's going to be up to you. See, if you're watching me on Google, YouTube, Facebook, or something like that, that's kind of good. Getting ready to go nationwide again and have more fun. By the way, but you're missing the PowerPoint in front of me. You might just want to go to rayswebinar.com to get the full overview. So let's understand the structure today. The United States of America Incorporated. Oh, they're a corporation? Wow! What did they do? They set up the line of defense. How did they do that? They got 50 states. Every state's a corporation today. If you don't know this, you're going to learn. And every corporation, all right, in basically the states, they set up their cities. By the way, the cities set up their line of defense too. By the way, every city's a corporation too. Isn't that fun? So if you learn how to play the game like I learned at 9.5 years old, you can play to win if you want to. But this is up to you if you'll follow through. So let's understand something today. It's called We the People. Did you know you're We the People? It's your constitutional right to step up to the plate and stop bringing the pain home, because that's silly and dumb. So guess what is We the People? That means you. That means you. We get to play. All right, all we got to learn is how to. You do that with me. It's kind of fun. Remember what I said. Nixon took the gold standard out, and here's the previous president, vice president. Look at the smile on their face going, we're just printing more money. They love doing that every day. Isn't that fun? Those two don't ever have to worry about money ever in their life like you and me. So we got a choice today. Mama delivered a baby this morning, and you know what they handed her within 3 hours or less? They handed her an SSN form. Did you know? Because they keep printing money, we got a basis since Nixon took the gold standard out. Mama can't put the baby in the stroller or the car seat and take him home, or her, because she's got to sign the SSN form, the one we did as a teenager. See, you got to learn the rules and the tools, learn how to play this game. Ever since Nixon took the gold standard out, hell, they just keep printing money. Let's print some more money today. We got more SSNs on the block. So they basically bonded seats, and that's okay. We're the collateral for the United States of America Incorporated. I love the USA. Isn't this nice? I just learned how to play at 9.5. Why didn't you? I mean, what excuse do you have? All right, I only had me. I didn't have mommy, daddy, no family at all. I got to eat out of a trash can and steal off the pier. Oh, well, S is 4 times 4. Oh, a corporation with a line of defense. Every division gets a tax ID too. Ooh, I can't think this is kind of fun. You got one chance to mess up. All right, that's why you're a duck. The bottom line is, let's get you not to mess up anymore. Can you follow through? It'll be up to you. I like to do the corporate structure. It makes sense to me. So again, I like to get you to the workshop. You see, being the duck kind of sucks. So that means every time something goes wrong, it's on you. You know what the SSN should be for again? Safety credit for the family. We should never steal from this. We should leave it to the side, use that 29%, have it just in case something goes wrong, instead of stealing from the family, which is silly and dumb. Corporation gets credit too, but then it manages the divisions the way I designed it in 1986. So here's a corporation with a tax ID, here's a line of defense, and 3 more. How many would you like? You got the choice to learn to play with me. You see, I want you to stop bringing the pain home. That's called silly and dumb, by the way. If Donald Trump can bankrupt 4 corporations in the past, why can't you? He didn't bring the pain home like you. All right, why did you do that in the first place? If rich and famous people can file bankruptcy, and they're still rich and famous too, why can't you? The reality is this. All right, how about Wells Fargo Bank? These employees were terrible. They should all go to prison. But they got fined $3 billion. They wrote it off. Online it says they closed 457 locations. They got away with it. Did you know cities are corporations too, and they file bankruptcy every way? See, I don't want you to file bankruptcy, but I want you not to be afraid to try. As long as you're trying, you're not dying. And if you're not trying, you might as well give it up. But that's on you. You see, credit is great. Credit cards start credit scores. Credit score gives us more like house and a car. Did you know a house and a car don't do anything for your credit report at all? They look pretty unless you screw them up. So what's the rule? Don't screw it up. Ray's rules are simple. Don't jack up a card past 29%. If you do, that's on you. From there, I want to get you to the workshop with me. So today, I'd like to rebuild your credit my way. So the credit rebuilding is what we're going to do. Get you to up to a 720. We're going to charge you $499 because that's fun. Then I'd like to do a rapid refresh for you. Get you, push it up to an 820. Charge you another $499. So that's $998. But wait, there's more. Remember that from our show? That was fun. Now here's one thing I'm always going to do for people, because I like to take away all your excuses, because that's all I ever hear, is when you do something with me, I always discount it. Now sales wants to give it to you for $998. Me, all I don't do is do it for $499. But I'm always going to hand you a $1,000 credit card back to you. I want to give you twice as much you invested in yourself. All right, so he takes away all your excuses. So if you invested $499 to get your credit score up and you're stuck with me, all right, and I give you a $1,000 credit card, now what's your excuse? All right, you stubbed your toe. All right, what did you do? See, I like getting the credit scores from 500 to 708. Isn't that fun? See, you got a choice. Here's some more and more. Guess what? 90 days or less, no matter what a mess you got. You got 877-519-7509. Then you get to play with me, and I get to push up your score today. What do? This is how we get paid. Zelle, wire, deposit. I already told you to take a picture of that page. Did you do it yet? But again, it's a choice. It's on you. I even have another boot camp coming up. I did a billionaire one a couple weeks ago, and I got so many people sending me letters and texts and just complaining because they didn't have $10,000 to do it. So I got one. It's called the Expert Millionaire, all right, boot camp. So this is, expert. So it's going to give you a lot of goodies and fun too. It's coming up October 23rd, 24th, 25th. In case you want to play that weekend. If you don't, it's okay. It's my last one I'm ever going to do. I didn't even want to do this one at all. Getting ready to go nationwide and have more fun. By the way, I broadcast twice a day live. I don't like pre-recorded crap. And on Saturday, all day Saturday, for 43 years, seminars, workshops, and boot camps, you've been stuck with me. All right, isn't that fun? Oh, by the way, at 1 o'clock Pacific Standard Time every Saturday, I give the status updates. All right, that means I don't call out your name. I use your case number, and I tell you I'm doing 98% for you. I might ask you to do one or two things. Can you do the one or two things and follow through? That's all you're going to have to do. All right, you got to realize something. We got to get you to million. Now, here's a client who kind of pissed me off. I kind of yelled at him and said, what are you doing? You jacked up your card. You lost 33 more points. You crashed the rapid twice. What's wrong with you? Don't you remember the rules and the tools, how to play the game? It's 29%. So I said, get back to the workshop. Let's start over. Now, what I told him to do flat out, because I have a 100% success rate, the only reason things would take longer is because of you, not me, because I followed through. That's a 726. I said take $726. That's all it's going to take. Pay him down to 29%. I do a rapid refresh and pop you 100,000 credit. Kind of fun. Now, if you want to make up to 20% on any given day, get your friends and family into a webinar with me. They Zelle in, we Zelle you back up to 20% that given day. See, when I was a little boy being dropped off at the pier, all right, guess what? You could see Marina Del Rey, Torrance Rocks, Palos Verdes. All I saw was money. I knew I was smarter than any of them. I could learn to play the game too. So what did I do? I've been reading every book I can find, all right, since I was a little boy. Having an IQ out the chart with total recall is kind of fun because I always pissed off the teachers because I was smarter than them. It's just kind of fun. So here's Walt Disney. Look what they did. All right, you know they filed bankruptcy 7 times in the past, kind of like some of you. They got $1 billion. They didn't want to pay tax. And they know how to play the game, but you don't. Oh, by the way, $1 billion, they paid no tax. They wrote an IOU to themselves. Debt offsets taxes. They're playing with $1 billion, not paying taxes. I'm trying to get you to pay attention and get you to the first $1 million. Maybe you'll follow through today. See, corporations only pay tax when they make a profit. So as we played the game again, what did I say? The United States of America Incorporated, they're a corporation. And then what do they have? They set up the line of defense. They got 50 cities, or 50 states, sorry for that. They got 50 states, and they're all corporations too. So they set up their line of defense too, because every city is a corporation today. So that's how they play the game to protect themselves. You watched some cities fall bankruptcy in the past, haven't you? So you got the ability to play this game too, if you want to. But it's going to be up to you as we play the game, because it's called We the People. All right, you are we the people. If you don't know that, it's your constitutional right. So it's about time you step up to the plate and learn how to play the game and win. You see, today, personally, you can't write off any of your personal credit cards at all, interest rate or card. So it's got to be safety credit and leave it alone. Never use more than 29%. That way, there's a pandemic, you can play catch up, not fall down. Now, when it comes to the corporation, the way I designed it in 1986, how about we get 8 credit cards per division? How about 9 lines of credit too? How about we get supply credit? We get vendor credit. We have more fun. We get marketing credit. We get lease cards, gas cards, and cash cards too. We get to write it off in the depreciation value, interest rate, and card too, as long as it's a legitimate transaction today, okay? Because we're going to make sure we do that. So you get to learn how to play the game today in an overview and learn some rules and tools and then get to the workshop with me. Remember why you got an SSN? Because you're a duck and you're a sheep. That's up to you because we're bonded. They have to have something to leverage the money. So the United States of America Incorporated, that's how they play the game. We just have to understand the rules and the tools. Ever since Nixon took the gold standard out, they just keep printing money. Whee! Having more fun. SSN equals a 1040. SS4 equals 1120. You'll learn that at the workshops with me. By the way, I'm an affiliate to 115 creditors. What does that mean as I build the credit reports for you? When you're using the authorized user crap, that's just in the way. And by the way, some of the silly people like you use trade lines. What a joke. Using somebody else's credit never makes it. But that's up to you too. You have the ability to listen and learn. Now remember, I'm the guy that created and invented 113 ways to daisy chain credit. I can turn every one of these cards into 99 more. How many would you like today? But we're going to use corporate credit, of course. Because the only thing we get to write off is corporate credit and the interest rate in the card. So you're going to write down Ray's rules again and again and again. And what we're going to do is play the game. So if you have the intent to rip anybody off or defraud, don't worry. I'll be the first one to put your assets in jail. I'll testify against you in a court of law. You won't do this on my dime. I want to help you get the rules and the tools, not be a crook. But again, what just happened to you? We had 3 divisions float in your way. There's a corporation today. What do you set up? The line of defense. Write it down. This is your first blueprint. So what happens today? If something goes wrong, are we going to go boo-hoo-hoo? No, not you anymore. Corporation got a tax ID. Every division's got a tax ID. Something goes wrong, we're going to pull a Donald Trump. A city, rich and famous too, even maybe a Wells Fargo as well. Guess what we're going to do? Learn the 3-step. We're going to disconnect it, isolate, incorporate it. We're going to try to save it. If we can't save it, we're going to bankrupt the piece and keep the other pieces, and we're sure not going to bring the pain home. That'd be silly and dumb when we can play the game right. You got a choice today. It's pretty simple, up to you. Keep in mind, I knew one thing. If you play the game by playing by the rules and the tools, you can win every time. By the way, you bought a house, if you got one of those too. Sorry to say, you probably did it wrong, but don't be offended. What I would basically do is make sure you did it right. So let's understand Ray's rules and tools. What you did, you let escrow tell you what to do. I don't get that. They actually work for you. It's about time you step up to the plate. Escrow close, escrow homestead, escrow record in a trust. Why would anybody have a house in their name? I don't get it. There's too many nasty attorneys on TV that sue people and screw them and take everything away, and everybody wants to do it for no reason at all. But you, if you got a house in your name today, just remember, if somebody sues you, they screw you, they take it away. If you die, it's stuck into probate. You might just want to listen to me and Google the word trust. Their forms are free. But if you don't listen to me, that's on you. Now, if we build a house to fix it up, remember what we're going to call it? A flippity-dippity-do. What we're going to do is hire a contractor. The contractor's going to hire the subcontractors that's down outside Home Depot. Good workers. And you know what they're going to do? They're going to cut every corner they can. And when they slip and fall and sue you and screw you for everything you got, because you didn't listen to me again, what happens with people? I don't get it. You see, you let people take advantage of you. By the way, don't make any more mistakes. You get a property to fix it up, the first thing you do is you quit claim deed it to a division. You do an assignment of equity. This time, if they want to sue you and screw you, they can't at all. At the end of the day, they get diddly squat. Why not? Remember what I told you earlier today. Make sure you plan on the problems because they're coming your way. But it's up to you. See, we got to fix up that property today, but here's a problem with a couple of you. You try to play peekaboo with the IRS, and you made a mess. In other words, you try to go outside the rules. Why would you do that? That's called dummy. You didn't want to pay tax? Excuse me, a corporation doesn't pay tax till they make a profit. You can play the same rules and tools like everyone else. So go back to irs.gov. See if they'll put you in a forgiveness program. Download the forms called 656, 433 A and B. You see, you can't even get your COVID-19 check. Get your butt back in the system, please. But we still got to fix up that property. Keep in mind, when I was a kid, they teased me about everything. One of the things they teased me about, they used to call me OPM. I never used my money for anything. That's right, I'm one of the original ones anyway. So here, I want you to have 4 more divisions. You ready to play some more? I want you to have one for carpet. I want you to have one for appliances, fixtures, and wood. I want to show you at the workshops how to go back to the manufacturer, save up to 70%. I want you to get a 60-day to a 90-day net. In other words, no bills are due. Because why would I use my money? That makes no sense. I want to use their money, float on that. And what happens when we close escrow? Escrow pays off all the debt. Now we got $200,000 left over. Isn't that fun? Unfortunately, a couple of you, every time you get money in your pocket, you act like you're rich, and then you piss it away again, and you're broke again. I don't get it. Please, every one of you have had $10,000 to $100,000 before, and you pissed it away, and now some of you are broke today. Stop it. Knock it off. Write down Ray's rules, leveraging money. Write down borrow money's not taxable. The rules and the tools how to play the game through the line of defense. You got the ability to learn leveraging. So let's teach you some basic things like to play, because I like turning money into bigger money every day. Borrow money's not taxable. If the bank verifies itself, they have to say yes. Banks borrow up times 10 times the feds, up to 5 times back to us. So let's see what that could be. If I had that $200,000, I'd show you in the right CD, line of credit, bank account too, 3 reference points. Creates $600,000. And what they're going to do, they can loan us up times 5. And when they do, that's $3 million. But since borrow money's not taxable, let's take $2 million of that and let's go buy a McDonald's today. You want a Big Mac and fries and a chocolate shake? Let me know. All right, we just have to play the game. I know one of you says, I don't have that money, Ray. Make a commitment to yourself. When I mowed yards front and back or sold clackers and seeds, I brought money home every day. I got no excuses, neither do you. I don't care if you start with $1,000 or $25,000 in the right CD, line of credit, checkbook, 3 reference points. See, $1,000 becomes $15,000, $50,000, $100,000 to $1 million. $25,000 becomes $375,000 and up to $1 million faster. And if all you want is $24,000 of positive cash flow every month, we'll get you some pizzas today. Or maybe you want to turn around and get a McDonald's, a Wendy's, or a Taco Bell. When they got the beef, they stay open through COVID-19. You see, if the world's readjusting, you better readjust before it passes you by. Don't have an excuse. So here's the car. I love Lamborghinis. Lamborghinis are my favorite car in the whole world. They always have been. When I was 14 and a half years old, I wanted a Lamborghini. I didn't know they even exist. I got to live at 1074 Redding Avenue in Costa Mesa, 92626. The man was the inventor of video pong. I got to basically stay in the garage because he said he converted it to a bedroom. What a joke that was. But it gets odd. He brought home the movie Cannonball Run. And we watched it. There's like 40 kids in the room watching the movie going, yeah, look at the car. He came over to me, and I want you to learn something. I want you to learn to bite your tongue. He looked at me and he said, because he stopped the video, and he says, excuse me, you're a piece of blank. Yeah, he said it to my face. I'm 14 and a half years old. Now, I've been in martial arts since I was 4 and a half. I could have got up there and kicked his ass. No. That's not how I play. All right, he says, would you kindly shut up and let the other kids enjoy the movie? Yes, sir. You see, I went to court twice at 14 and 14 and a half because Ray's my middle name. I was born in a damn taxi on the way to Gardena Hospital. She wanted the little girl. She got me, so she still gave me the girl's name anyway. So they said no, come back at 15 and a half. I kept trying. You see, I tested out for T. Winkle Junior High. I was at Orange Coast College at 14 and a half. I'm kind of smart, kind of have fun too. So when I bought the Lamborghini the following week, I brought it in front of his house. I went, vroom, vroom. He came out. And the priceless face he had. Whose car's that? Mine. I mean, he almost died. That's the best thing you could ever see. So gentlemen, do me a favor. I got a new book coming out called Bite Your Tongue, Love Longer. Learn to shut up when it comes to a woman. She's a tape recorder. Shut up, love longer. Right, ladies? Tell them. So what you get to do is buy the new book and learn from me. So do me a favor today. Let's go get a Lamborghini for you or whatever company car you want. Tax ID, fleet price. All we got to do is play the game. Oh, by the way, I'll never show you anything I didn't obtain myself. From the Lamborghinis to the yachts to the race boats, the helicopters, even in the mansions. I got to get you past go. That's your problem today. So let's understand. I used to call this one's God's gift. I used to park my yacht and my race boat in my backyard. Where'd you park yours again? All right. See, I don't have any BS to give you. I like the helicopters, the Lamborghinis, and the buildings too. Wouldn't you? But it's up to you today. Now write down 2 more rules and tools. See, every time you use your checkbook or a debit card, all right, you pull out your driver's license, you're saying, this is where I live, come rob my house, come sue me, screw me, take it away, because I'm a dummy today. Every one of you, you better understand something. You have to protect your ass. I want you to change your driver's license to a P.O. box or a mailing address. And before you give your opinion, 2 of you, all right, this is the law. I love the law. The Schaefer bill. I knew Schaefer. I knew Robin well. So the reality is simple. After the Schaefer Bill, the Driver's Protection, Privacy Act was in effect. So now, don't go blah, blah, blah. Just change it today. So here's a problem with all of you. What did you do the last time you bought a car? You let some guy with an ugly shirt and an ugly tie sweat you for 2.5 hours. And what happened after that? Yeah, you got the car. You lost 5,000 plus and up to 9 inquiries too. Because you didn't listen to me, which you should have. See, when they hand you the piece of paper, if you're going to do it your way, that's on you. All right, when you sign that paper, because they're going to pull your credit, right down next to it, allows 1 inquiry only. Take a picture, please. That's all you got to do. But if you play with me at the workshop, we're going to get the car at fleet price under a tax ID. What kind of company car you want? Let me know. Now, here's the problem with all of you today. You drive to the grocery store, you drive to the bank, you bump somebody's car. I call that a bumpity bump, but what do? All right, you're the duck. All right, the driver's license should have been the corporate address or something, or P.O. box. The insurance. You're probably paying the insurance for the car you drive. It's in your name because you're the duck, all right, out of your taxable income called a paycheck. But the corporation could have paid for the insurance for you. Are you the registered owner too? So you really are the duck. And guess what they're going to do? They're going to hire one of those nasty attorneys on TV I call bloodsuckers. They're going to sue you, screw you, take it all away because you didn't listen to me. You got a choice. It's called raise rules and tools. You should learn how to play the game. See, a pink slip, the registered owner should never be you. You should have set up the line of defense the way I designed it in 1986. The registered owner is a division. The lien holder could be the corporation too. So this way, if they want to sue you, they can. And at the end of the day, they get diddly squat. Why not? What did I tell you when we began this journey this morning, this afternoon too? I told you, plan on the problems that are coming your way. But if you won't plan on the problems, you're going to be the duck today. That's on you. You see, what did I do on July 3rd, 2009? I took my corporate yacht from my backyard. I should say from my mansion. That was kind of fun. I said, fill it up. Oh, I used a corporate credit card. Get to write off the interest and the card. It was $1,600. It's kind of fun. But July 4th, my wife wanted to take people to watch the fireworks. No problem. The boat was full. Guess what happened on July 5th? I'm in a coma. Like I said earlier today, that sucks. So my life got destroyed. What am I going to say? Boo-hoo? I woke up with an oxygen tank for 5 weeks. I put my credit score back to an 820. I popped $1 million of credit again. I rebuilt it right away. I don't stay down like you. Why would you do that when you don't have to? God's using me to help you today if you'll pay attention. But that's on you. You see, I made a promise in that coma that I'd help people the rest of my life. That's why you're stuck with me today. But you know what I did? I named my son and my daughter after me. My legacy will live on. It's called the Reynolds University. We're going to have more fun. Remember, tomorrow is goal setting. If you don't Zelle me $2.99, there's a Zelle, there's an email to Zelle to, and say, I just Zelle for this and that and whatever it is. Scott will add you to the class. Then you just let it pass you by. We're going to go through Dun & Bradstreet. We're going to go through Divisions 2. We're going to basically do corporate credit cash reports as well. But if you miss tomorrow's class, that's on you. The bottom line is, corporate setup today, I Googled it. They wanted almost $3,000. But here's the articles, the officer's tax ID. Now you're stuck with me. It's $9.99. But guess what we want you to do? I want you in my workshops for 3 months. I want you in the setup class listening to the rules and the tools to master those some more. I want you in level 1 to set up the line of defense, the divisions. And I want that to be $9.99 too. Guess what? That's $19.98. But wait, there's more. See, the $19.98 is a sales team. That's what they give it for. I like to give it away for $17.99. Then I like to make sure you understand the rules and the tools for the discipline, for the divisions, line of defense. And then I want to hand you $5,400 of cash credit. See, what I always want to do is take away people's excuses. So you invest $17.99, get all the goodies, you're stuck with me. Then I still hand you $5,400 cash credit back to you. That's 3 times your investment to you. And on top of that, I do the rapid refresh and the credit building too. Now what excuse you got? All you got to do is Zelle, wire, or deposit. Now you're stuck with me for 90 days. Won't that be fun? So the ability is to listen and learn. Understand specialty prices are good through the overview and for 30 minutes after that. Because if you're not going to be calling 877-519-7509, the sales team wants to talk to you. Because what they're going to do, since you didn't make a commitment through me, they want to jack up the price for you. RaiseCredit.com is the voice of credit for you. You got the ability to follow through. They said it couldn't sink. It couldn't even turn. From there to Colonel Sanders and get his first $1 million check to was 71. Thomas Edison never gave up. Why did a couple of you? Bannister was told, don't you run the 4-minute mile, sir, because you're going to die. He told him where to go, and he did it anyway. Kind of like me. See, I've been running my race all my life. I didn't have the family, didn't have any friends. I just studied and created my inventions and my books and CDs and had more fun. By the way, I used to kick the door jamb at 10.5. I used to kick the basketball hoop, too. That was only 10 feet. See, I didn't learn how to fly. I learned how to jump and fly at the same time. Why didn't you? Oh, by the way, I accomplished every goal I've ever had by the time I was 26. All you got to do is follow through. See, not everybody likes me, but not everybody likes you. I bet you some of your friends and family, too, don't like you at all. So you got a choice today. At the end of the day, follow through. Yes, if they can crucify Jesus Christ, who are we? We just have to make sure you follow through and you make a commitment for you and your family. Your lack of commitment. You've all had thousands you wasted. All right, I'm crap that didn't work and got nothing to show for it today. Why don't you spend 3 months with me and see what you can come up with? You see, for me, it's called reaching the dream. I want you to understand. I want you to think and be the impossible. I've done that all my life. That's why it's called Raise Rules. You got the ability. You still want $1 million paycheck? Raise that hand as high as you can. Then I call you silly and dumb. You only keep $375. You want $1 million coming in the corporation? I'm going to call you brilliant. That is great. You get to pay all the bills first and then pay tax on the leftover. It's like an example. Richard's a great guy. He won the show called Survivor. He won the first $1 million check. He almost died twice on the show. When he finally got the check, they said, okay, you keep $375. The IRS gets the rest because it's personal income. He said, heck no. You know what he did? He pissed it all away. And then the mean judge gave him 3.5 years in federal prison. Should have gave him probation at least. Oh, well, what can I say? See, motivation's not enough, I'm sorry to say. I like listening to it every day. I didn't get my Quincy Jones like Oprah did and all the 99%ers and blah, blah, blah crap. At the end of the day, motivation without the tools and the rules and the blueprint, I think it's BS. That's just my opinion. See, if they're not going to show you the goodies, the Lamborghinis, the Ferraris, and the yachts and world records today, and can't use the tools and rules so you can play the game too, it's just BS for you. It's called Raise Rules. Understand something, at the end of the day, you got a story to tell, don't you? I like to get you up to an 820 credit score. I like to get you up to $100,000 of credit too. You can't write it all off, so remember I said this is called safety credit. We don't want to use it unless there's an emergency. From there, I want to get you a corporation with divisions, and I want to get you up to $1 million of credit. Because that's half the fun, is it not? I want to have you stop being stuck. At the end of the day, you're always going, what's next for you? It's me. You get stuck with me for 90 days called Raise Rules and Tools. You ready to play? See, it's called Millions to Billions. See it, believe it, go get it. That's all you got to do. So let's understand something today. I got a boot camp coming up in the future. You might want to even play in that. It's October 23rd, 24th, and 25th, too. But if you miss it, that's okay. How many times have you let opportunity pass you by? Don't worry, you'll waste money on something that didn't work anyway. You do it all the time. So you got a choice. Like I said in the beginning, I want to repackage your life my way. I want to do your house, your car, your bank account, and I want you to get past go and get out of your own way. That's just my opinion today. Give me 90 days. I'm going to get you on your $1 million dream. So the bottom line is a corporation setup with all the goodies and workshops for 3 months, $17.99. You get $5,400 of cash credit back to you. 3 times you invested, back to you in your pocket today. You get the rapid and the credit rebuilding too. I just took away all your excuses today. You can Zelle, wire, and make a deposit if you want to play with me. So as you do this, remember what I told you earlier. The United States of America Incorporated, all right, they got basically set up their line of defense. That's called 50 states. All states are corporations. The states set up the line of defense too. It's called cities. All cities are corporations too. So if you want to play the same rules and tools that they do, you can. It's your constitutional right. But again, it's going to be up to you to understand how to play the game. All right? Because we the people, by the way, you are we the people. It's about time you step up to the plate, each and every one of you. But that's up to you if you want to learn to play the game. So guess what? Again, how did the 14th Amendment of the Constitution turn corporations into people? Why do they print money? Because Nixon took the gold standard out and go, let's print some more. They manage those 50 states are corporations, and the states manage the cities, and the cities are corporations too, and they have got their own little bankruptcy called Chapter 9. That's not fair unless we know how to play the rules and tools ourselves too. So guess what? It's public record. Check it out. Raise rules and tools. It's kind of fun. Remember, never have joint credit. That's called dumb. When you buy a house, it's escrow closed, escrow homestead, escrow record in a trust. Corporation, you never name it after you. That's called dumb. Don't ever name it what it does. That's called double dum-dum. From there, the corporation's got to have $1 million card or a $100,000 card. Pick one. Which one you want? But again, it's up to you. I want you to have the corporation have subdivisions like I set up and designed in 1986. Real estate division, franchise, current business. You've got to master the line of defense, rules and tools, so you don't bring the pain home ever again. As you do this correctly, remember what I told you in the beginning. Plan on the problems. They're going to happen no matter what you say or do. As long as you got safety credit and line of defense, you can see it, believe, and go get it each and every time. If all you want is your credit score to go up, no problem, $4.99. I'll still hand you a $1,000 cash credit card, twice as much you invested in yourself. Back to you. 90 days or less. You got 877-519-7509 if you want to play with me. We take Zelle wire deposit. That's all you got to do. So as we do this today, it's kind of fun. Specialty prices, like I told you, they're only good for 30 minutes after the webinar. I got a sales team. They want to get paid too. So what happens is then they put the price back up. I did discount it for you. So you got the ability to raisecredit.com. It is truly the voice of credit for you. The ability. Now this one's fun for me. This is Millionaires in the Making. Everybody should do this one. That's where I basically did step 1. Put all the pieces together. Credit rebuilding, rapid refresh, articles, tax ID, office list, setup and workshop classes, 90 days, line of defense, learning the rules and the tools, 2 analyzations and more fun. Normally charge $3,995. That's what sales will charge you. But me, I'm going to give it to you for $2,999 today. I'm going to hand you $25,000 of cash credit. Back to you. That's 8 times your investment back in your pocket. All right, you have no more excuses, do you? Zelle, wire, deposit. Now you're stuck with me. Again, the American dream is kind of fun. It's receiving money every month. It's paying your bills, driving a company car, going on a business trip, help other people, free up your time. You've got to master the line of defense and master raise rules and tools. Like I said, Millionaires in the Making Workshop Step 1 is $2,999 today. That's $25,000 of cash credit back to you. 8 times your investment. Now you're stuck with me for the next 3 months. From there, use Zelle, wire, make a deposit. It's all you got to do. From there, understand, I personally hold your hand at every seminar, workshop, boot camp. I never pass the buck. I don't let anybody teach on the behalf of me. If I'm not there, that means I'm dead, because I'll be there every time, every way. So the bottom line is, you're stuck with me. Don't forget, at 1 o'clock Pacific Standard Time every Saturday, status update. I do 98% for you. I might ask you to do 1 or 2 things. If you can follow through, it's all you got to do. It's kind of fun. And don't forget, if you're not zelling for this today, it's $2.99 for the goal setting class. It lasts 2 hours. It's kind of fun. We're going to make sure you Zelle to that Zelle right there. And there's the email to Scott saying, hey, my name is this. This is my email. I just sent $2.99. Can you add me to the workshop, please? And then all you got to do is go up and guess online. Dun & Bradstreet, divisions, cash credit reports, and more. We're going to have fun. But again, it's on you. If you're not there tomorrow, all right, 2:30 in the afternoon, all I know is you let it pass you by. We got to remember something today. It's pretty simple. We got to stay safe and strong. Today we find ourselves sitting waiting for what's next to come. Let us remember life is a gift from our Father in heaven. God has given us the opportunity to believe and receive. Let us make the best of the day. Give thanks in every way. Thank you, Jesus, for one more day. Amen to that. The ability to understand. Specialty prices again, 30 minutes. If you're not calling 877-519-7509 right away, that just means you're going to let it pass you by. You spent thousands on something that didn't work for you. You got nothing to show for it, and you've been stuck. And I believe you're all stuck here as well. RaiseCredit.com is the voice of credit as I get ready to go nationwide. So your choice today is simple. It's 877-519-7509. At the end of the day, all I know is God loves us all.